Hi everyone, welcome back. It's me, Sherry from Energy Work Studios. I'm here today to ask everyone that sees this. I'm sending this out to my clients. I'm sending it out on my Facebook page. I'm also sending it out to other forums. I'm going to be doing a meditation, a collective meditation as a group. Now, I've done these before in the past. I've done some with tuning forks. I've done some with the Melchizedek method, the emotion code. This particular meditation that I'm organizing and have been moved to for the last 2 weeks, and my spirit team has just been on me to help me put this together. So I've put something together for the collective, for all of us to work together for 3 days to help the people of the Ukraine. So we're going to be using the heart center. We're not using any tools other than the heart center. And there's a lot of information that I'm going to be giving you here. So, just sit back, watch this video. There's a lot of information that's about to be given to you. I'm going to be offering the meditation for 3 days. It's going to start tomorrow. It's going to start Tuesday, March 22nd at midnight. And it's going to go through Thursday, March 24th. So stay tuned, grab a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and sit back and watch the video. If you're moved to help, please jump in. You can do that with prayer. You can do that with energy work if you're a practitioner, whatever you're moved to do. So I'm going to be giving you a little bit more information as we move on. So in this, I will be sending love and light frequencies to the source of what's going on, or the issues at hand for the people in the Ukraine. There's a lot going on there, and we're involved. We can help, and I'm going to show you how we can. So in doing so, it's going to release the underlying root issue so that all life continues in peace. Like so many before us, we've been on this planet many thousands of years. And like the Hitlers of the world and so many others at his vibration that have gone before us, we were not ready to access the conscious collective of higher fields of energy. We just weren't ready. So a lot of yucky things took place. I'm here today to speak with you about joining collectively from the heart center this time, sending this frequency to the source to help the Ukraine unrest. And it's a frequency, okay? We're sending out a frequency of love. Everything is a frequency. So we've been in enough tyranny throughout history, many times over. We need to learn to stop. And we need to do this on a collective level. So this is what we're going to be doing. So, without a point of view, such as the one defined by quantum physics, we cannot go beyond the seen to reach the unseen realities in the realm of non-locality. Earth and every human on it has been living and existing in a three-dimensional field, which is physicality, okay? And is living in duality. That's what the three-dimension is. It's a duality. It's an energetic field. But because of its density, three-dimensional plane is very dense energy. It's a low frequency. It's physical in nature. And there are many dimensional fields of energy in the universe. And each field of this universe is a spectrum of consciousness, like a prism. So, we've all seen what a prism can do. It reflects light through it. And we can see kind of a rainbow. In other words, layers of different colors of light. That's what we're talking about here. Layers of energy coming through the heart center. So let me give you a little more information on this so you can better understand how powerful the heart center really is and how it is possible to use this positive energy collectively and send it. So, let me make it clear. This can only be used for the positive. Okay? This cannot be used for negative purposes at all. It just won't work. That's how it's designed. And we cannot expand consciously without it. So, with each dimensional field, there's a layer and is experienced in, let's say, 3D or 4D or 5D. That's, dimensions. The human eye, for example, can only detect a small portion of spectrum called visible light. Spectrum is a condition that is not limited to a specific set of values, but can vary without steps across a continuum. Okay? Every dimensional field has a spectrum of consciousness. Now follow this. We're in layers of something. And that something is consciousness. Layers of consciousness. So a three-dimensional field of consciousness is very different than the fourth dimension consciousness or the fifth dimension field, and so on. So as we continue to clear the self energetically, people that are doing energetic work, we move into these higher dimensional fields, consciousnesses that are not able to hold the frequencies of a higher energy field won't be able to exist at that frequency. So now let me break that down, because it's going to be a little bit heavy, so I'm going to keep breaking things down for you so you can get this. Meaning, if one, let me see how I can better word this. If one still holds a lot of emotions in the 3D field, such as fear or hate, for example, remember now, I've always said everything is an energy and has a vibration to it. Those are low frequencies. So fear is just one emotion of many low vibrations. And with it, we cannot experience any other dimensional field until it's released. We can't expand beyond the 3D frequency. Do you understand that? And if you want to leave me messages, you can certainly get back to me. I always answer messages. So this is how physics works. Consciousness creates every experience we have on this planet. So because we're living in a three-dimensional field, most consciousness we experience here is in three-dimensional frequency, duality, okay? Love, hate, up, down, left, right, etc. So we're not experiencing fourth dimension or fifth dimension frequencies fully yet. We're bouncing still. We're bouncing in and out. But we are experiencing it to a small degree now, whereas we go back into the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, we weren't experiencing it at all. We are now. That means we're evolving, we're getting it. So our system dictates the dimensional field that we experience. So because we're in physicality, our consciousness, which is energy, we're deciding in coming here to the earth plane to play in the three-dimensional field to learn. In other words, to play in physical form. With that, our physicality dictates our dimensional field. So the system's frequency will dictate what dimensional field of consciousness we're experiencing. The third dimension, or the three-dimensional consciousness, is made up of fear, anger, manipulation, joy, peace, love, hate, birth, death, etc. Again, duality. I'm just trying to show you more examples. This conscious awareness can only be experienced in a three-dimensional field and can remain as a very large spectrum of consciousness with only duality. See how it works? That's conscious frequency of limits. So, okay, I've talked about quantum field. Now let me explain what that is so you can better understand what it is that I'm talking about and where I'm going with this. There's an infinite number of dimensional fields right here, right now with us in this three-dimensional field, okay? Remember the little Russian stackable doll example I gave in another video? They're colorful and they stack one inside of another, one larger than the next. This is a simple example of the three-dimension, fourth dimension, fifth dimension, sixth, seventh, and beyond. Energy consciousness inside the quantum field, okay? Or in other words, the universe. That's what the quantum field is. We all reside in it right now with all those layers in one place. So the quantum field, or the universe, is the universe and has many layers of energy in it, just like the Russian doll and its layers. So we're all connected to each dimensional field of consciousness in one place at the same time. We can access those consciousnesses. And that's what's happening right now on the earth. We're starting to access the fifth dimension field of consciousness and send love light frequencies anywhere on this planet. We can do this. Simply able to hold the system. In the system, higher frequencies of light. We're just able to hold that in our system now. Opening to the fourth dimension frequency field, fifth dimension frequency field. So the fifth dimension frequency is only made up of love and compassion energy. That's it. So we cannot access that dimensional frequency when holding three-dimensional low vibrations of fear or hate or any of the other bazillion that are there. That's why it's important to do energetic work now. We're evolving so fast. I'm sure that many of you have noticed. Things just seem to be quickening. It feels like we are in a quickening. Everything's moving faster. Sometimes we don't even have time to think things are moving and changing and shifting so quickly. It's because it is. With the many that are doing energetic work here on the self now, and there are many that are doing that, there are a lot of angelic beings here helping as well to anchor that frequency here on the earth. You know, they're helping us. It doesn't matter if you can't see them. They're here. They're just pure energy. You can't see the air, right? But you know you're breathing it. It's the same premise. So the more we clear with energetic balancing, the more that we clear with energetic balancing, the more we can access this field of energy consciously, collectively. So with our past history of wars, control, power mongering, we were unable to access this because our systems weren't able to hold higher frequencies of love light until now. We weren't able to hold it within the system. We can now. That's where the heart chakra comes in. Our bodies are holding more light than ever before. We're starting to recognize the collective frequencies shifting of 3D to 4D to 5D because of it. That's where we come in as a collective. We can send those frequencies from the higher fields, we can send them to other locations on the planet and to people. And that's the work that I'm doing here. I'm sending energy to people across the globe. When I do energetic work, I can work on somebody in Japan. I can work on somebody in Spain, Australia. Doesn't matter where they live on the planet. That's what we're doing now. And there's more and more people able to do that kind of work. Well, what I'm asking us to do together collectively is to work together to send to one person instead of one person like myself working on one person. We're going to all work together to work collectively, sending energies to one person from all of us. So we are ready now for this, whereas we weren't years ago, even just a few years ago. So join me if you like. I will be offering this meditation for 3 days, beginning Tuesday, March 22nd, beginning at midnight, concluding Thursday, March 24th. at midnight. So it's 3 days, 3 full days. Join the collective anytime you feel moved to at your convenience during these 3 days. You can sit quietly, excuse me, daily for as long as you like, or as little as 15 minutes. Or as many times daily as you're moved to. So if you want to do this more than once per day, if you move to do that, do it. You can simply use prayer, send prayer. If you're a practitioner and you're used to using energy, or if you're a Reiki practitioner, doesn't matter what level you're at, any level of energy practitioner, you can do this. Even if you use tools, crystal balls, quantum physics is everything, is everywhere. Tuning forks, doesn't matter. You can use sound, you can use just prayer. Whatever you feel resonates with you, use that. Okay? And these frequencies, send them from your heart to Putin, the source. All of us collectively together to help. We can help release the chaos, working together in the collective for a positive outcome and to stop the fighting, the killing. Do whatever you can during these 3 days. Prayer, send energy, whatever you choose. Many people are visual, and for this reason, I have left a link to a 5-minute movie excerpt that projects exactly what we're doing collectively. Now, I know many people are visual, and the effects often help people when they get to see something that's visual. It helps people grab and have better understanding. So that's the reason why I've left this link. Okay, the end scene of this movie projects the frequency of energy that comes from the heart center of one sent here to this planet for one reason: to help humanity. What you will see in this video, it's only 5 minutes long, is very close to the power we hold in the heart center sent collectively. Very close. That's why I chose it. We've been convinced for thousands of years that as humans we have limits. You can't do this, you can't do that. Oh, no, no, no. The heart is extremely powerful and positive, and this can be done. So the limited thinking we once had is leaving the conscious collective. I witnessed a profound experience firsthand many, many years ago with a similar event. And the final outcome, after much abuse, pain, suffering for many, was relieved. Universal knowledge for years now has used movies like never before. If we're paying attention. They're not all crap. They're not all yucky. Some of the sci-fi stuff that was out there years ago too, if it's not scary and monsters and all that kind of stuff. There are some out there that are incredibly profound if we were paying attention. So I will be posting this on my Facebook page, Energy Work Studios. I'll also be sending this out to my YouTube channel. So there's a lot going on right now. I'm hoping that you will join me in this. May we always remember this is a time where our collective values of loyalty, courage, and kindness toward, one another really prevailed. We are demonstrating that it's a person's moral obligation and social responsibility collectively to protect a culture which provides an honorable and dignified place in which to live peacefully. This whole planet, doesn't matter where we are on it, to provide an honorable and dignified place in which to live peacefully. So the movie excerpt, I'm going to leave you the link, is The Fifth Element. It's only 5 minutes long or less. It's the very last scene of the movie. Watch it to the end. It's exactly what we're going to be doing with our heart that took place in that individual, sending love from her heart. All right. Thank you, everyone. If you wish to leave me any comments, I'd be happy to help, be happy to answer you. Until another time, I will be starting it at midnight, the 22nd of March. If you have any questions, you can certainly email me. Thanks again. Bye for now.